It's a very quintessentially American story. These guys pull themselves up out of the ghetto.
A rags to riches to rags story is not unfamiliar, but it's the details that make it interesting. Whenever anything's good, it's good because the story's compelling, the characters are interesting, and there are musical moments that make the hair stand up on the back of your neck and make you thank God for the day you were born. And that's all we wanted to do.
The story is shocking. I mean, it really is. What these guys went through for success is mind-boggling.
It's a blue-collar band, you know, it's Springsteen, it's Billy Joel, it's the E Street Band, it's that, you know, those guys looked up to the Four Seasons because they were from the streets.
There was something in the show, in the story that we were telling that resonated with blue collar, with middle class America, and you know, it actually gives you, it inspires you.
They didn't finish high school. They were, you know, from the mean streets, from the, you know, wrong side of the tracks, you know, breaking the law and constantly. So they had nothing but hope and dreams.
So close and yet so far.
The writing is good enough so that you really get a sense for the guy, and I feel confident that in general we all are really showing the audience an authentic representation of who these guys were.
These guys were so poor that they would use the instruments left over from a Friday recording session they were going to be picked up on Monday. So we've got instruments like timpanis and chimes and bells and African hair drums and tap shoes, everything to make these interesting sounds that gave them a unique sound and really set the tone for a lot of bands still to this day. In 1962, Sherry was their first hit. They got together with Bob Crew in the studio and finally recorded their own sound after singing backup gigs for a variety of labels as various groups, and then they finally recorded their own sound.
I'll never listen to Sherry and hear it the same way again. And I guarantee that's true of everyone who comes to see this show.
That's what feels so special about this, is that these men's lives are told in a very detailed way, and it's a privilege.
The best thing about telling a real story is that there's already a heart and soul in there.
Because the story is so good, and because it is a rags to riches story with so much broad appeal, that we'll have some fans who had really not a lot of foreknowledge of the Four Seasons, except for the fact that the songs have been playing in the soundtrack of their life.